New setup, new apartment, yeah, new apartment, yeah. Hey, divas! Okay, so welcome to 2026. It's January, it's a new year, it's past Christmas, it's past the holidays. We're in the new year. What's up, YouTube, tube? So, if you can't tell by the new setup here, we have a new apartment, okay? Ashadi is officially living alone. Who let me live alone? Crazy. But everything is set up, everything is decorated, everything has a home. I will get into a house tour here in just a few seconds, but trust, the apartment, it's mine, it's new, it's a fresh start to a great new year. Okay, divas, let's get into the apartment tour. Gimmo, part of the house tour. Gimmo, part of the house tour. Okay, so this is the overall angle of what you see. So we start over here with my nail stuff, a little bit of hair stuff, and then my makeup. Move on to my desk, my plethora of cameras, computer, lamps, window, all that fun stuff. Then we move on to Gizmo's little litter area that's absolutely disgusting right now that I need to clean. Trash can. Move over here to snacks, towels. I have a dishwasher, guys. That's crazy. Stove. You come over here. You have a sink. You have these fun little mirrors. Ignore the pimple patches, guys. The girl is breaking out. But then you have like the sink, and I have all my spices and my coffee and some water bottles that didn't fit in these cabinets. Then you go over here. You have microwave, air fryer, my DVDs, my CDs, the fishbowl, cleaning supplies. That box is a bunch of it's like my blender, my rice cooker, a bunch of appliances. Gizmo's food, because when I went home, bro, literally, I had his food in the cabinet. He got into the cabinet and ripped open the bag and started eating out of it. So now I have to keep it locked up because he's fat and will eat it. This is my fridge. It has Ken and I a couple times. It has a picture of Gizmo, just some other magnets and memorabilia I have. Washer and dryer, my First Amendment poster. Ooh. You walk into the bathroom. It's a little bit disgusting right now. I just showered, but all my stuff, more stuff. Me and Edward Cullen. Ooh, guys, this was probably my #1 purchase ever, was this Edward Cullen poster. Very fire. But then we have this lovely dovey staircase right here. We're gonna go up the stairs. Oh, and that's my Labubu that Zoe got me in a birdhouse I found in my drawers when I was moving out. So it watches over me. Then you go up the stairs. You say hi to Gizmo again. He's gonna run. You are greeted with his cat tree. He fell off of here yesterday, actually. Hat wall. Gimmo. They have the Xbox, my Switch, the Xbox games, and my DVDs, actually. My Minecraft toy / Hello Kitty toy collection from McDonald's that I may or may not have stole. My hoodies, lamp, more McDonald's toys, my blanket pile. This is the only seating I have in this house, besides my desk chair. And I use the step stool as a little table. I'm broke, guys, okay? I'm not buying another one. Minecraft poster, new thing. Little bookshelf. It has all my books and some other games and stuff. Gizmo's pile. Oh. Sir, this is put up here because Gizmo could try and fall through those. And instead, he likes to climb right here. And then he fell down yesterday night. Yeah. So, then I got a mirror right here. In my bed. And my mom bought me, a pack of headbands. It has, 40 in them. And it's awesome. And then there's my art. And my cow. And my closet. My closet's double-sided, which is super freaking cool. But I put all my posters and stuff that was on my door in there. Okay, we're back from a fresh apartment tour. So before we get into the main topic of this video is why people on the internet can't have freaking fun anymore, I do want to give some life updates. So a girl starts her second to last college semester tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Tuesday. Very exciting stuff. I am so excited. My coursework, it's kind of heavy. It's a lot. However, we're gonna eat it up. Eat it up, eat it up. That's, hello? Someone is cackling outside. But, yeah, so my coursework is kind of a lot, but, we ball. But I'm excited because I have 3 days off of work this semester. I have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday out. So, you know, as soon as I turn 21, I will be hitting the bars, okay? I will be going out to the club. I don't know. We'll see. But I do have weekends off, which is awesome. So I literally just have to do all of my work Monday through Thursday, and then I'm free for 3 days. It's awesome. Another update. This is just a funny story of what happened today. So normally when I pump gas, I have my phone and my keys in my pocket, and I'll put my wallet on the top of my car after I'm done paying, and then I'll grab my wallet before I go. You can already tell where the story's gonna go. So I'm pumping my gas, and I'm just doing my thing, and I'm like, watch today be the day that I leave the wallet on top of my car. And I was like, nah, I wouldn't do that, you know? So then I stopped pumping my gas, and then I go inside because I wanted to look for the new cherry Coke Alani. I come back outside, completely forgetting about my wallet, and I drive off. So, like, 7-Eleven is, like, hold on. 7-Eleven is, like, here. I'm going all the way to Walmart, which is, like, here. So, I, like, and I get to Walmart, and as I do, I check my pockets, and I'm like, my wallet isn't in my left pocket. Where the fuck is where is my wallet? And so then I go, and I'm, like, retracing my steps, and I'm like, no way, I left my wallet on top of my freaking car. So then I go out to my car, and I look at, like, if some miracle of God just happened, and my wallet is still up there. It's not. And so I get in my car, and I'm like, shit. I'm like, oh my gosh, I left it on the busiest road in town, and it's getting run over as we speak. So I start to drive out, and the way our Walmart works is, like, there's, like, a Burger King, a Take 5, and then, like, there's an in lane and an out lane. So, like, this is the big main road that I'm talking about. Burger King, Take 5, in, out. So I'm going out, and, like, right at the beginning of the in lane, I see a little purple wallet, and I'm like, please, for the love of God, that be mine. And then I see my signature Dutch Bros, like, mobile order sticker that they put on top of the drinks that I, like, signify that wallet's mine, because it is just a Walmart wallet, so, like, anybody could have it. I see it on there, and I'm like, oh my God, thank the Lord. And then I see cars start to just keep turning in, and I'm like, I swear to God, because I have to go now entirely circle around the parking lot of Walmart in order to retrieve my wallet, because I'm already in the turn lane. And so I go, and I see there are these two very nice homeless men just watching me, like, look at this wallet and, like, freaking out in my car. So then I speed. I'm literally zooming around this Walmart parking lot, and I get back to the exit, and instead of going out, I turn into Burger King, and I park, and I'm like, I'm waiting, and, like, cars keep going in, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm, like, watching in horror, because, like, I'd have to go, I don't know how the logistics of getting a Pennsylvania ID in Oklahoma would be, because, like, do I have to go home? Like, if I lose my ID because it got run over, how the hell am I going to explain that? And so I'm like, finally the car stopped, and I run out in the road, and I grab my wallet, and those two men that I was talking about were like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I left my wallet on top of my car before I came here, and I'm just so happy it's here. And they were like, boy, oh boy, are you lucky. And I'm like, I was just so thankful. And then I went into Walmart, and I bought them both sandwiches and waters. And I said, thank you guys so much for just, yeah, you guys seem like good people. So give them the food. But that was literally genuinely probably the most stressful 10 minutes of my life. Just not even 10, like 5 minutes of my life. Just like being like, oh my God, I swear if my wallet and my debit card and my credit, like if all of my important things get run over right now, I'm done for. And I was like, bro, but it's okay. So that happened today. That was fun. What else is new? Gizmo has been low-key tweaking out. Like, he just finally settled down. He was, like, I think he's getting sick. He's been sneezing. But he's been doing this fun thing in the mornings where he'll sit on my neck to wake me up, so I, like, stop breathing and have to wake up. And then he did that this morning, and then he sneezed in my face. And so I turned him around, and then he turned right back around and sneezed in my face again. So that was super awesome and chill, and I was just so happy that happened. Also, I have to schedule my LSATs, and I literally don't want to because that means it's real, and I have to actually study for them. But I know it's something I need to do. I just, like, right now, just mentally, I don't want to do it. Okay, enough of that. So, I want to take you on a little journey. So, you know, I'm not perfect. I still doom scroll from time to time. So I'm in my doom scrolling. Now, this is January 2nd. Internet Girl by Cat's Eye had just come out. Fantastic song, by the way. Internet Girl just comes out, and I listened to it for the first time. I'm jamming, because, like, the beat is fantastic. It's so upbeat. It's really catches like the essence of being a baddie on the internet, you know? Like it just worked. And so then I start to scroll on TikTok in the morning, and I'm like, it's like, who made this? Like, this can't be real. And then it was like, Cat's Eye fans literally thinking that a fan made this because of how bad the song is, released the live version. And like, just all this negative stuff about Internet Girl. And I'm sitting here thinking, if y'all are not icons, the Internet Girl, the live version got so much praise because they started playing it on their tour, unreleased. So much praise because it is a fantastic song. Then they released the studio version, and it goes like, I'm getting out of here, and it's a girl, like in the live version a girl would sing it, and in the studio version they used like the very classic like 2014 baby voice, and it's like, I'm getting out of here, but it's like a baby, and everyone was really upset about it, and I don't know why, because the song is fucking fantastic, and everyone was just hating on it because of that one thing, and I'm like, you guys literally cannot have fun. And so then I put my phone down, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the internet is not fun anymore. Like, we've been known, okay? We've been known that the internet is not fun anymore. It's literally just advertisement after advertisement after fetish content after advertisement. Go read my Substack. Low-key, this whole topic does revolve around the Substack article I posted. Guys, okay, I know I said I should give up on Substack, but a girl's writing reflection posts recently. One, maybe two when this video comes out, but one so far. I'm gonna try and keep doing it though, because I actually do like it. But the internet is literally just like fetish content and advertisements. So nothing is fun anymore, and nobody on the internet can have like a good time. Oh my gosh, y'all want recession pop back so badly, but then the moment somebody releases recession pop, you guys freak out and say that it's terrible. Like, these girls are never gonna release a banger like that again, and you guys are robbing them of that potential, because that song is just banger after banger. Like, Gnarly, everyone's like, oh, well, Gnarly only works because of the live version. Shut up, okay? Okay, I did not mean this to turn into a Cat's Eye rant, but if you can't tell, I'm a very big EDM fan, and so like the pop, I've really been into like pop meets like venturing into kind of EDM type beats, and so that's why I love Internet Girl so much. And so like, I just don't understand why people can't just enjoy things anymore. And so that's kind of the first thing I wanted to talk about, was just Internet Girl releasing and everybody just bandwagon hating it. And like, up until like I went on TikTok again today, and everyone's like, oh, I'm over the baby voice now, the song is so great, oh, the baby voice isn't actually that bad, you know, if you just listen to it and think of Megan's voice instead of the baby voice, it actually is really good. You guys are just bandwagons. Like, you guys cannot form a single opinion on your own. You just have to sit in misery until somebody online says that it's okay not to sit in misery anymore. Like, why have we lost fun, joy, and whimsy? I was also listening to a podcast, the Better You podcast by Fernanda Ramirez, my queen. And she was talking about how a lot of her Christmas gifts were very fun and whimsical, and how she thinks that whimsy should be in 2026. And I 100% agree. I don't understand why. I think it's definitely, again, all of this goes back to politics. It's very political. When we're in such a conservative state of the nation, per se, things become more conservative. You have conservative clothing, less colors, less like very uniform. I don't want to say less fun, but very uniform. Now we are in a very conservative state in America currently. I'm not going to delve too much into my political opinions, just because I don't think it adds any value to what I am going to be talking about in this video. But if you do want a video like that, comment down below, because I can go on for days. But being in a very, very conservative state of the nation, it is just so hard for people to have like any fun or whimsy right now. And I think that's what we need to bring back in order for people not to feel like they want to kill themselves, okay? And so like, I don't know. And then I also think we're just taking things way too seriously as well, like especially on the internet. Okay, I'm gonna sound like such a hypocrite saying this, but I've come to this revelation recently that like, we don't always need to be locked in. And I know I just made a video like a month ago about locking in for the next 3 months, but I don't necessarily, like, I'm talking locking in to the point of, like, you cannot eat over your calorie limit or else you literally have to, like, it's disordered. A lot of it is disordered, and I think we're thinking too much of things. And I know, again, I saw more TikToks today. A lot of this just sparked from me scrolling on TikTok for the past week and just seeing everybody's, like, New Year's ins and outs. And everyone was like, yeah, I'm gonna, in 2026, you know, it's in, like, health and wealth. I'm almond mom, gym baddie, and, like, no tea, no shade, okay? I'm not really an almond mom because I do love a good fruit snack, but, like, I am a gym baddie. I do go to the gym quite often, and I 100% agree, but I think people are going for the wrong reasons. They're going in order to make a social, they're trying to, like, up their social status almost through going to the gym and eating healthy and all this stuff. But then there's also people on the internet that are like, in 2026, I'm going to be a party girl. Like, I'm sick of this lifestyle stuff. And I think everyone's just trying to curate an internet aesthetic without actually taking into the account that, like, you can do both. Like, I love having a good party. I love going to a good party. Like, I love being the life. I'm not the life of the party, but I like being social and going to events and having fun. But I also really do love my routines and my discipline and going to the gym and seeing that progress and eating healthy and finding ways to hit protein. Like, I think people have lost the art of being able to live a normal life because they are so confined by internet theories like the 80-20 rule and, like, almond mom culture and eating disorder culture. And I think everyone is just thinking too much. Everybody just needs to stop thinking and just live. Like, I don't understand why it is so hard for people to understand that, like, you can do both. You can go to the gym and you can go party. And I don't think I think the internet bubbles are so small now and they're so niche that people don't even understand that if you go to the gym 5 days a week, you are already doing more than the average American. And, like, it's just, I'm just so frustrated that, like, if you are a gym girl, not saying this from any personal experience, but just from what my social listening online has said, if you go to the parties as a gym girl, you are not going to be a successful gym girl. But if you go to the gym as a party girl, what are you doing? And then it is just like, you can't have, like, a mesh. But I don't think people are supposed to be living in one solidified aesthetic. I think we're supposed to have a variety of aesthetics that we're supposed to achieve. And even then, like, okay, this is going to sound, again, very contradictory to the content I have made. But again, like, the closer I get to 21, the more my prefrontal cortex is developing. I don't know the science behind all that. But I don't even remember. I don't know why we are romanticizing the gym. I do know why. Mostly it's for profit and to give people inspiration to actually go to the gym. I don't know why we're romanticizing the gym when health is a very important part of life, and we shouldn't be, like, making it hold on, let me rephrase. I don't think health should be trendy. I think there should be a standard of health, but I do enjoy the fact that it is trendy because it means more people are going out there and moving their bodies and getting in the right, like, vegetables and learning about nutrition and doing all this stuff, but that they wouldn't otherwise do. However, it shouldn't have to be a trend. It should just be, like, a national standard. However, America's national standard is, again, this all goes back to politics. It's very industrial, to say the least. It's very we're very economical focused, and we're not focused on actually what makes us human beings, which is everything else outside of our work. Our work is important, but we also have friends, and we have lives, and we have hobbies, and we have stuff that we want to do outside of working, you know? Maybe I'm just talking from someone who's really tired of internet cycles and just not being able to, you know, like, I'm very privileged to be having 3 days off this next semester. I'm very privileged that I'm able to afford that. But it shouldn't be, I'm privileged to afford it. It should be, everybody should have time to do stuff outside of work. I'm getting so off topic here. Hold on. Let me readjust. But, you know, maybe that's the reason why people can't have fun, is because they're spending so much time at work, and work has become so much of a priority because of the economic state of this country. But, okay, let's go back into stuff I've seen on the internet recently. Working out, cat's eye internet girl. I want to talk about the Vogue article. I'm sure you guys have already heard enough about this Vogue article, okay? Is it embarrassing to have a boyfriend article. Now, here's the thing. I'll be so real with y'all. I have not read it, but this is so chronically online. After watching a YouTube commentary video, I do understand the point of where it comes from, of girls centralizing men, and it's embarrassing to do that because in this day and age, women are supposed to be very independent. They're supposed to not be reliant on men. They're not supposed to, like, enjoy, I don't want to say enjoyment. They're not supposed to have being in a relationship part of their personality. But I kind of think the opposite, low-key. Also, before we get into my opinions, it should not be, like, why can't people just love people, you know? Like, why are we demonizing women? Again, this doesn't even go to the men that have, like, there's no hate going towards the boyfriend in this situation. It is, all the shame goes onto the women. And again, political shit. But, like, why is all of the blame for anything ever in relationships always goes towards the women and never goes towards the men? And there are some outliers in that situation. However, most internet commentary or journalistic commentary on relationship stuff is about women. And I think you guys just hate women. And that, like, what? Are you sneezing on me, dude? Yeah, I think you guys should, like, I think people just hate women, and instead of going into why people feel embarrassed to have a boyfriend, it's being shamed of, like, oh, women shouldn't talk about that. That's embarrassing. Like, a lot of stuff that, see, luckily, I'm dating a woman, so I don't really have this problem, but from a lot of people, again, my social listening online, fancy way of just saying I was scrolling on TikTok, but a lot of people will go on there and say their very bad experiences with their boyfriends and how they are just, like, incompetent and they don't want to contribute to the relationship. And that's, I personally I wouldn't consider that embarrassing, but I would consider that something you should bring up with your boyfriend about. But I think just going on a Vogue article and talking about how women should be embarrassed to have boyfriends that don't provide for them, not that they don't provide for, that they don't provide emotional and intellectual hold on. I just don't think that we should be demonizing women for having boyfriends. You know, I think we should be putting the focus on the boyfriends to step up their game and to make the relationship 50-50 and to do their part and to just be a good boyfriend, you know? Like, I don't understand why every single thing always has to just be demonizing women, when in reality, most of the time it's not. Like, most of the time the problem is anything else in the situation. Like, I don't even know, but... And then there's people online being like, yeah, it is extremely embarrassing to have a boyfriend. You should be an independent woman. Why can't people just find love, okay? Why are we... We've gone so far left that we are now right. I remember back when I was in middle school and people being like, we shouldn't, like, gay people shouldn't exist. They should overturn gay marriage. Because I was in middle school in, like, from 2016 to 2019. Like, early 2019, you know? So, gay marriage was, like, just legalized. Like, a couple years, just legalized. And a lot of people were very, like, online were very anti-gay people. But then there were also large communities that were, I was emo, so, like, my communities were very pro-gay people. But, like, there was just a lot of love, and it was always love is love, and everybody deserves to find love. And now we're coming, like, so far left that it's like, well, why should straight people have love? Like, nothing in that article said anything about gay people, and to my knowledge of the article. I could totally be wrong, but I'll fact check and put my findings right there. But, like, I think we're just so far left that we've turned right, and we need to just go back on the scale just a little bit, and then we can have fun again, because we cannot have fun right now. Like, it is, if you see somebody that's joyful, like, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's a rare entity at this point. Editing Juliana here. So I did pull up the article to actually go through and dissect it and make sure what I was saying was actually true. It had some sort of relevance to the article. So in conjunction with, it didn't say anything about gay relationships, That's true. The only thing it mentions with the LGBT community is that heterosexuality is becoming politicized in a identity sense and in a social standing. And a lot of this article is basically just saying stuff about how boyfriends are out of style, and it's mostly due to their actions, but also there is the social expectation of women being married and finding a partner and starting a family is starting to be outweighed by this feeling of women empowerment and women feeling as though being single and independent is the achievement that having a family, being married once was. It is a very interesting article. However, I do still believe that not the author themselves, but people online need to, there's just no fun being had. Like, even the article says, obviously there's no shame in falling in love, but there's also no shame in trying and failing to find it or not trying at all. As long as we are openly rethinking and criticizing heteronormativity, having a boyfriend will remain somewhat a fragile or even contentious concept within public life. So I do think that my points still stand, and people are so sick and tired of seeing relationships. But at the same time, why are we demonizing these creators and these people that are posting their relationships just because they value that part of themselves? They value that as part of their identity. There is no shame in the game. And just going on and genuinely hating everything that these people are doing is the problem that is the problem I'm trying to stress. I'm not trying to stress that having a boyfriend or being in a straight relationship is a problem. I'm trying to stress that the reaction to internet content revolving around relationships has just genuinely been so negative, and it takes the fun out of literally everything. Okay, back to regular Juliana. And just like in general, people hating. So I saw this TikTok the other day of a man dancing. It was literally just a man doing a TikTok dance. I go into the comments, as I normally do, just like, because I was like, dang, like he's kind of eating that up. Let me see what the comments have. Like, let me see what reaction pics I can farm from here, you know? And so I go into the comments, and every single comment is either hating on him or being like, why is this doesn't have enough hate? Like, what? And I'm like, guys, are you guys okay? Like, is everything at home okay with you guys? Why can't you have fun? Why can't you have whimsy? Why can't you have a dream? Why can't you just be like a normal human being? Also, y'all would have hated TikTok in 2020. And I know these are the same people that were doing the Say So dance in 2020. And I'm just like flabbergasted by the fact that like you guys think that just because somebody's posting on the internet that it is okay to go into their comments and just say whatever you think about their video. And like, it's so frustrating. Why can't people just have fun anymore? And like, there's multiple instances of that, of just people like being people, and all the comments are like, why isn't this getting hate? Like, this should be getting more hate than this. Are you guys okay? Like, you guys need therapy. I'm sorry, if you cannot just let people, like, why are you so concerned about how other people are living their lives that you feel the need to go comment on a TikTok that they made, telling them how to go live their lives? You guys need a job and a hobby, okay? Like, please get off of the internet with the hate. 2026 is a year of fun and whimsy, and I am so sick of going on the internet and just seeing general hate, like, just out of nowhere, like on stuff that shouldn't even be hated. And it is so infuriating to like that all of these people just think it's okay to just, I don't want to say cyberbully because that makes me sound like a 5th grade anti-bully person, but like basically just cyberbullying these people like for just living their lives. I don't think that's fair to them. I don't think it's good for people's mental health to be doing that and reading that and receiving that. And it's just, I don't know, the internet isn't fun anymore and people can't have fun anymore. But I'm going to segue into some fun ways that people can have fun, just because I think that people deserve to have fun, okay? I've calmed down. But I am a very solution-focused person. I really like finding solutions instead of just letting problems simmer. So in order for people to have more fun, I have compiled a short list of things that they can go do instead of hating on people and having no joy in life. Number 1, play Minecraft. Now, I personally choose Minecraft, not because I have an immense love for the game that I stole this Happy Meal poster. Minecraft is just very fun, and there's a lot that you can do. You can play in survival. You can build up a house, like you can build up a village in survival. You can play in creative and just design many different houses and many different biomes. You can play the actual concept of the game and go and defeat the Ender Dragon. There's so much in Minecraft has evolved in its like what 15, 16 years of existence. I think Minecraft came out in like 2011 maybe. Dang, I'm unconchopped. So in its like 10 plus years of existence, Minecraft has truly evolved, and there is just so much you can do. And I think it's a really good way of spending your time, because not only are you doing something with your hands, you're doing something with your mind, it's also just a really fun game to play, and it's very relaxing. That is low-key my therapy. Like recently I've been very upset, and so I've just been playing like a bunch of Minecraft to counteract that sadness, because it just brings me so much joy, you know? Like, but again, there's other games that people enjoy. Like I know Ken really likes oh, what's that game? Ken likes Stardew Valley, and which is a very similar concept to Minecraft, but not at the same time. Ken also plays a lot of COD and FIFA. We used to have a Fortnite era together, but I need to get the Xbox up and working again. Then we can have another Fortnite era. But yeah, just like playing Minecraft or games similar to it, like Animal Crossing, or like even just if you really wanted to play COD and just like shoot out all of your anger, I guess that works too. But just finding a game that you enjoy that relaxes you, I think is a good idea. Going on a walk, I don't want to say touch grass, because that's very like 2016, but or very 2020, but like go on a walk. You don't even have to go outside. Guys, my favorite form of cardio is walking. Unfortunately, like I like a good Stairmaster when I'm really hurting. Like if I'm really hurting, I am on the Stairmaster. If I hate myself that day and I just hit legs, I am on the Stairmaster. But I think walking is just very therapeutic. Do you know how many things you can go over in your head on a 20-minute walk? So much. You can kind of figure out the root of your anger and just be very introspective on your walks. And like I walk on the track at my gym, because like my gym is like 3 layers, so it's like it's like free weights and like heavier machines, and then it's like treadmills, it's like cardio machines, and then like a little bit of weights and a little free weight section, and then there's the track, and it just goes like around. So I like to walk on the track and like stare at my kingdom of fellow gym goers and just be introspective about life and just figure out my problems in a healthy way. But even if you go outside, like I also like to do insanely long walks outside as well. If I'm like in a really bad rut, I will go on a 4-hour walk, or 4-mile walk, not a 4-hour walk, and just go walk around, listen to music, and just figure out things. And I think that's a really good way of putting negative energy into yourself. That way you can come out with something positive, you know? Journaling. Okay, these are very Juliana focused hobbies, okay, but that's just because that's just what helps me, and it might help someone else. But I really do enjoy journaling. Recently I've just been having a very hard time of making decisions with my life, and so I've been journaling a lot recently, and it's really, again, that combined with the walking has truly like solidified the correct choice for me to make. And it just took using a little bit of that negativity and putting it into something positive that it truly helped me make my decisions. So that was very helpful. And even journaling on a good day too, it's just a good habit to get into, because then you can go back and you can look on it and be like, wow, 3 years ago I was in a really bad place where I was just hating on people on the internet for no reason. But now look, now I've built up a 401k because I took all of that negative energy, put it into journaling, and figured out I should focus on my career, like stuff like that, you know? Volunteering. Okay, volunteering is a good thing. Normally I like to do little acts of kindness with people I know, or like things in my community. So like there was one time when a girl I worked with got into a bad car accident and she couldn't afford to take time off of work. So I raised up money within our establishment to let her have a couple more days off. And so that's like little random acts of, I don't want to say it's like charity, but it's not charity. It's just good karma. I'll call it that. Like today when I bought those guys subs because they were just very kind to me. Like just being generally nice to people and doing people favors. But there's also big volunteer organizations you can do. If you just look up your city name volunteer or city name community service, stuff will pop up, and you don't even have to be like needing community service hours to go ahead and do those things. It's more just like you can just go do them for fun. And I'm signing up for one right now. Hopefully I can get approved. Hopefully they like my YouTube channel. They're going through my social media, so I'm a little nervous, but I think it'll be okay. But volunteering is another good thing, and that just puts good karma out into the world, you know? Helping yourself, helping another, get your mind off of hating on the internet, you know? Finding new music. Now, when you find this new music, do not do what y'all did with the internet girl from Cat's Eye and hate on it. Find new music that you enjoy, because if you're hating on one song because you don't like baby voice, find a song without the baby voice, you know? That's all I gotta say for that. Doing something artistic. So, I'm a big arts girly. So, you know, I mean, there's paintings on my wall that you saw in my apartment tour. They're not very good. But, you know, it's something that kept my mind off of negative things. And then there was, I draw a lot in my journals as well. And I do my own nails, which is pretty fire. Just something tactical and something artistic can really just, like, help get your emotions out there if you're not really a journaler. It's just a way that you can kind of spend your time, you know? Go pet a dog or a cat. Gizmo is currently chilling in my lap as we speak. It's just very nice. Like, the animals are so freaking cute. Why would you not want to spend time with them? So, like, even just going to your local Anna shelter, that kind of goes back to the volunteering thing, but, like, you could even just go down to your local Anna shelter and go, like, you can walk the dogs there and you can pet, like, you can go play with the cats. Like, most Anna shelters that I've gone to do that. And so you can just go hang out with some little furry friends and get some joy that way. No one's ever been frowning while petting a cat or a dog, you know? And then last but not least, cook for your friends. This is something I really like doing. I love hosting. I love hosting little events, little parties. So recently I did a little housewarming party with all of my friends here. And, well, except for you, Pookie Ellison. But I cooked egg rolls and fried rice for all of them, and we played games on my Switch, and it was awesome and so much fun. I had so much fun. It was so fun. And just having, like, going through, figuring out a menu, getting the ingredients, putting the meal together, watching people enjoy the meal, having a good time in your own home. It's an awesome feeling, okay? So, like, you guys, there are so many more things you can do to just take your mind off of the negative things in life. And there's so much you can do to just not spew hate on the internet. And I think people just need to go back and learn to have some fun again. Maybe we need to get back into the clubs, guys, okay? Maybe it's time that we club again. Because I'm just so sick of seeing all of this negative stuff, like, all over the internet, okay? Like, we don't have to be so negative all the time. But I digress. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you do enjoy it, please go look at my other social medias down below. Go watch my other videos. Blow up my YouTube channel. One of my New Year's resolutions is to hit 1,000 subscribers. So maybe we can do it. Maybe we can't. Who knows? But you never know unless you try. Am I right? So go make somebody's day better today, okay? Bye.